Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where because of last time we have a lot of science and I think I know exactly where this is going. We need the heavier lifters, but we can get a Mark II crew cabin, which would allow us to make a much simpler space plane. And so I really want this, and so I think I'm going to grab it. Long adapter. We don't need long adapters. We need an end piece for a Mark II in general. Like a dynamic tail. That's all we need. It's too bad the mod creator that made the J and K size sections doesn't make any passenger crew cabins. Even the Mark III has a passenger module. So it's just kind of sad that they don't have any of those. Otherwise, I would be using more of the more of the J structural components, probably, because they are bigger. They have more lifting wing. So, anywho, we're going to research all of that. Then we're going to go over here. We want the fuel because with what we have left that we can use, because I want this. Because with that, we will be able to store fuel on the plane for some of the launch, and therefore we don't need as big of boosters. So with that, we do not have any more science that we can get, and we will once again be designing a plane, but this one will be very simple because oh, that's right, I can't move it until I get a cockpit down of some sort, because all we need is pretty much that's pretty much all it is. Actually, we do need a reaction wheel. We need that mod that gives reaction wheels. But that's fine for now because we can do one of... See, this would look so good if I can just swap it to the J, but to swap it to the J, and it does not show up in the things, so it's kind of irritating. But the Mark II to J right here is so obnoxious. And like, yes, I know I use this for the Beluga 5 or the Cider 4 essentially, but it's like that's such an obnoxious piece because it's I don't know, I guess this piece is balanced top to bottom, but like this piece is not, and so I don't know what to do with it. Not to mention it's not going to work for this, so we're not even going to consider it. Anywho, so we want that piece. And then we want a container of which we are going to put some reaction wheels inside of. Because we need some. 3, in fact. There's a reason to do it. There's a reason to overdo it. Actually, let's hold off on that last reaction wheel for a second. Let's get our the tail piece on. That way we don't accidentally attach that tail piece to the... Ooh, like it's trying to do right now. Kind of. There we go. And then we need some batteries, and that will be about it. Well, actually, we do need some wings. But that's fine. But that's not going to take very long either. We just go in here. We go... we want the A-types, because we want it like, oh, and we do want this up. So naturally this thing just has more lift towards the front in general, so that's interesting. Just put that there, then we move it up here and then in, just like that. And then we do another structural A piece. We just line this up to the bottom. Just like that. That's good enough. And then we take this, duplicate it, we'll put it right on, because what we're going to do is we're going to move this down 1 and rotate it up 1. Now, the Cider 4, I had it down 2 and rotated up 2, but that just actually created more problems than it actually fixed. So we're going to avoid that this time. Our obligatory front ones, and we will actually move this piece a bit further back if needed, but not quite yet. Okay, so let's get that on there. So now we have some, and I keep on forgetting to put these on every plane, and it's actually getting quite irritating to me. And that piece on there, and just rotate it ever so slightly, and then that's pretty much it. Let's grab this and put it into the craft a little bit further, which we did not want, I don't think. That's fine. So yeah, the flight everything's fairly balanced. Now the wheels. I don't think I really ever showed this too in depth, and it is something that's kind of interesting to know, and that is that for all those nice landings I did, it's because I modified the wheels a little, and that is, let me get the front one on real quick here. Remember, we can't have anything attached to the cockpit, so we will put that there. And that actually makes a really, really steep, actually the butt of the plane will be getting knocked off with that. So what we want to do is we want to set this up before we hide it. So you don't want this one breaking at all. That's just going to ruin your landings just terribly. We want this to start retracted, and we are going to actually hide this one because it is way too low. I think right there. Can I even click on it anymore? I cannot. So once I let go of this, it's gone. It'll be gone forever. I think, right? Yep, it's gone forever. It's in there, but okay, that's fine though. But the back ones, nope, did not mean that. Stop it. Did not mean that. Stop it. Put that back right there. Okay, let's get at an angle that I can. Is there like an undo button? Because I am messing up so hardcore here. This click, thank you. These ones you don't want steering because that will make you spin way too fast if you do try to turn. So we don't want those to start extended either, because this is not going to take off like a normal plane. And that is it. That is the Beluga 6. Oops, nope, cancel. Not that one, this one. Yeah, and it's so much simpler looking, isn't it? The Beluga 6. There we go. And now we just put this on, and we can still use the old lifters, I think, because this should be a lot lighter than any of the other ones, because if you look at it here, if we go back to this is about 1 ton, right? This is 2 ton. So it is exactly double, right? Now, on the other lifting thing, we had the transition pieces. We had a lot of transition pieces. We had it from the cockpit to the J section, to the Mark II again, one of these, and yeah, so basically we're subtracting the weight of the 2 J section transition pieces here and just having the crew pieces. So this is going to be a lot lighter, and 4 lifting engines should be plenty to get this up into space. So let's the Beluga 6, we will save and not launch. This is not going up on its own, that's for sure. Which means though that we can possibly get this to min-miss. The Beluga 6, we will rotate it that way, and I can actually kind of control the liftoff with these front ones. I can deploy them to kind of balance out any rocking motion, or rather than trying to push forward to get to where I need to be. And then we can do lift 1, make sure we do not hit any of the wrong parts on it. No, we want this really high because we do not want anything messing with the system. 4, 6, no, that's 4. Okay, 4. This will be the Mooner. 1. So just like that. And we forgot to put parachutes on this. Ah, shapoopers. Okay. Nope. We are not saving that. It's fine. Yeah, because we definitely need parachutes on this puppy. Because it's yeah, it's not going to do very well if we don't have parachutes. So let's get the center of weight again. That is really heavy towards the, oh, because we have fuel. It's going to change. You know what? Where's it going to be when it's empty? That's where we need to plan this to be. Because we don't care about it when it's in the atmosphere. We just care about it when it... What the? I have no clue what's going on with the wing section right now. Okay, like that, and then... Okay. It's just... Yeah, okay. There we go. Facing up. We do want it just ever so slightly back. Though. We want the weight forward. So we will have it right there like that. And then we will refill these. Oh wow, it let me do it for a second and then it wanted to go to that. So, but when we put on all the boosters, the weight should be more forward, so it will be fine at that. Now let's get these parachutes on here before I waste any more time. There is a crew hatch right there. I do want to leave that uncovered for the time being. It's a little behind it, so I think right there. So I think that'll be good. So let's pull out our sub-assembly section again and save this as Beluga 6. Overwrite. Let's reattach it to this so that we can save it just in case we want to do anything with it later. And then let's actually rebuild those rockets. But yeah, you always got a plan for if you mess up, and that's what those parachutes are for. Not to mention they help to make a very, very quick stop that you just drop down to about 100 altitude, or just over the ground pretty much, and you just deploy the parachutes and it will ease the craft to a stop pretty well. So we do no wait, we do. We need the lift. So multiple. multiple. So we want the 4. We want it on this section, not because we're gonna save it, but just the cockpit is angled. Now this is going to be the Munara Sector 5, but then, so we save that. Wait, what are the, oh, that's right, okay. But then we take this and I gotta be careful because it will change it to airplane mode if I get too close to the wings. Now, see, I'm scared about this because I think it's going to explode the tail fins. And so we are going to be testing that here in just a second. That with it that close, these coming off, is it going to explode the tail fins? Because it fits around the wings very, very snug. Very, very snug. Does it actually have the attachment points down there? I don't know. Anywho, let's test this. This is the Munara, not the Munara Sighter, but the Minara Sighter. Sighter, not Shiter. So we'll have to reload the Sighter and rename it. It's too heavy. You know what? That's fine. It really is, because look how much money we got. Too much weight? No problem. Okay, so let's test the Minara. And technically it's not the Sighter 5, but we'll have to rename that and delete it. So let's see what how this thing takes off, because I am scared that the oh, we did forget something. Vehicle assembly. Remember how I said we have fuel in there? Yeah, we want to utilize that. So we're going to take this. I'm going to zoom in. Wish it zoomed in a little quicker. Right into here. Now we're going to say we want 6 of these puppies. Oh, no, yeah, 6. And then we're going to try to attach it there. And then we're going to go inside the craft, or attempt to, so that we can attach it to, you know what? It's going to have to be off to the side, because there's no other way to do it. So now that should be putting fuel into, yeah, okay, that's putting fuel into this first stage of liquid fuel. So we are going to save that, and we are going to test it. Although, like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to even get past the booster section, because I'm terrified it's going to explode itself. As well, we can see how it lifts, if it has any wonky habits. Like the jittering from hell. Okay. I could have played that out. I can release everything and the ship inside will be fine, and then just hit the parachute. So I'm not even going to bother playing that out. We need these to not act like they're psychotic. Just by doing that. Oops. Oh, that's interesting. Save, launch. So yeah, let's try this again. Oh wow, that's a lot more stable in general. No, stop it. See, and they're fine. Usually the cockpit is not a problem, so. Oh, well, that destroyed the run, or the launch pad. Well, at least it didn't destroy anything else. Yeah, that's much better for the front leg, or landing gear. Much better. And foomp. Recover vessel. We will take that. We haven't had enough excitement. So we destroyed it. There we go. Good as new. So what I think is going on is that you know how we're supposed to have the structural support in the bottom, right? I don't think they're there. Because, and these things are like creating a curtain. Oh, maybe they are there. Okay then, well, let's make some structural support, because all of the wiggling is going on down here. So let's do one of these. Save and launch. What I'm thinking is it actually might be the wings, now that I think about it. It might be them clipping through each other like this, and that might be what the problem is. It is a lot more stable now. I don't see any wiggling yet. And we're just gonna go straight up with this, so. Or at least with the first two. We do need to eventually have it go over. Okay, the lifters are fine. Now, as long as that doesn't destroy anything at KISP. Ooh, it's getting really close to the research center and the aircraft hangar. But it's stable now. We do still have to worry about this section coming off. Oh, maybe not, because this falls off down here and then this will be so high. Huh. Maybe. But yeah, so we're just going like straight up. They have not landed yet, which is... Oh, well, they were going up pretty fast, so... Watch, we get back to KISP and there's just crap falling everywhere. But yeah. So it lifted off very nicely. And we don't need those, so... Be free! And we will just fly this back down. Oh gosh, if one of those comes back to attack us. Comes back to attack us, not what I said. Oh wow, we are going backwards. That's interesting. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the series and me blowing up and doing tests like this, now that we have the money, we don't necessarily need to run quote unquote virtual tests. So I am more okay with blowing up parts of KISP. But yeah, do subscribe to catch the next episode as it comes out. And any questions, comments, suggestions, leave those in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the outro. If you would like to see every rocket launch like this, be sure to leave a link in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.